then I don't know how much blackjack or hookers there are actually on Greenland now that I think about it. Hello all, my name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Eric. Now Eric is of course mainly a boy's name, however there is the female variant of it with Erica, which the Pokemon fans will bring up one person in particular, or maybe that's just me. What do I know? And as for spelling variations, there's quite a few, but two seem to be the most popular of these spelling variations. That's Eric ending with a K and Eric ending with a CH. And the name Eric isn't like any of the other names we've looked at already, because this name is of Old Norse origin. It's a really cool Nordic, Scandinavian, Viking name. Very burly Viking, big horns, because Vikings have definitely had horns on their helmets. Big beard, because that's what Vikings actually look like. And you don't believe those people who say Vikings have horns on their head. They're boring and dull. Vikings had horns on their heads. Trust me. Don't trust me really. But yes, Eric is a name associated with that sort of person. Big, manly, burly men. And it's quite possibly the most popular Nordic origin name in the English language to this day. When I think of a name of Nordic origin that's very popular in English language, Eric definitely comes to mind for sure. In Old Norse, this name was Elika. And this name is actually a combination of two Old Norse words. The first of those being Ir, which means things like forever, eternal, always, stuff like that really. And the latter being Ulika, meaning things like ruler or just rule. So when you put these together, that name of Elika means eternal ruler, which is an awesome, badass, mighty name. Like I said, Eric's a very strong, mighty name. And eventually this name made its way to Great Britain and the English language via Danish settlers in the 18th century. And of course, with being in Great Britain, it was anglicised from Elika to Eric. Though weirdly enough, despite how cool and badass this name is, it didn't actually gain traction in the English language until around 1858 with the release of a novel called Eric, Little by Little, which featured a character called Eric in it, the main character I presume from the name of it. I didn't read the novel before this, I should have done, my bad. And thanks to this novel, the name gained the popularity it has to this day. And the name is still fairly popular. In America, it is the 160th most popular first name, so in the top 200, not too bad. And in the UK, it is 124th most popular, so actually it's more popular in the UK, which I don't know, I didn't see that coming. Also, yes, behind the scenes, a little fun fact, I read all this off my phone notes, so I just thought I'd make it more clear, as opposed to sort of just looking down like this like I was doing in the last video. My bad. Of course, the most popular nickname of Eric is simply Rick, and then from there you've got things like Ricky and that sort of thing, but I've never really met an Eric who is known as just Rick. Maybe it could be called like, what's your name? Just like the first two letters. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Let's move on. Famous Erics include the likes of Eric the Red, a historic Viking who was the founder slash discoverer slash colonizer of Greenland. He was a bit of a naughty guy. He was actually kicked out of Iceland. So he went, screw you guys, I'm gonna make my own Iceland with blackjack and hookers. And then he invented Greenland, and I don't know how much blackjack or hookers there are actually on Greenland now that I think about it. There's also famous footballer Eric Cantona, famous comedian Eric Idle of Monty Python, and of course Flat Eric, advertising icon of the 90s and 2000s. He scared me as a kid, Flat Eric. Was anyone scared of Flat Eric as a kid? Something about his weird beady eyes just haunted me. And of course we have to talk about a famous wrestler called Eric, and the first one that came to my mind was of course Eric Young, who recently made his return to TNA slash Impact, where he found the most fame in his career. But he did spend some time in NXT and WWE, where he had some success, shall we say. If you're a wrestling fan, you know how poorly treated Eric Young was. But anyway, that's just about everything you guys need to know about the name Eric. But what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Eric? Are you called Eric yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I want to share some of the comments you guys left about last week's name, Delilah. And like I said, I've never met anyone named Delilah. And if I ever did, I don't think I'll be able to refrain from singing at them. This is very true. The name Delilah, as I mentioned, is just so synonymous with songs. There's Hey There Delilah and Oh My Delilah, that one by Tom Jones. But I also saw some other people believe that there's a Queen song called Delilah as well, which is about Freddie Mercury's cat. For some reason this name, I guess due to its implications and what songwriters like to write songs about, it's just been picked up by a lot of different songwriters, and many songs about the name Delilah have come about. B. Phillip wrote, I know a woman whose granddaughter is Delilah, but she calls her Little Lady Lila. She is a toddler. So I'm guessing that means the granddaughter's a toddler, not the old lady's a toddler. bit vague there. No, I'm sure the toddler doesn't have a grandchild called Delilah. But no, this is a really cool wordplay pet name, Little Lady Lila. That's a really fun adaptation of the name Delilah. And Demo 10 said, you know, when your hair goes grey, you have a pretty good mad professor look going on. Yeah, I'm already finding some grey hairs at the moment. I'm only 25, almost 26, and just, I'm already finding grey hairs. Like, I'm quite concerned. Like, I don't want to go grey. No, I do want to go grey. I think I look pretty badass grey. Like you said, a mad professor. I'd rather go grey than bald, which I'm also kind of worried about happening to me. But with this mane, fingers crossed that doesn't happen before. And hopefully I don't become a Calvin. Yes, linking back to a previous video. Anyway, next week we'll be looking into a name starting with the letter F. And what name that will be exactly will be chosen by my patrons in an exclusive poll for them to vote on. So if you enjoy the show, want to help support the channel, and have a say in what names get explained in the future, then please do consider donating on Patreon. Just $1 a month seriously helps in a huge way. Anyway, that's just about everything from myself. Goodbye guys, and take care.